Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Had Infinite Baryon Mode. So let's get started. In case you don't know what baryon mode is, it is so far the most strongest technique used in the Naruto and Boruto series, giving Naruto the power to toy with Ishiki Otsutsuki, who's higher than Kaguya Otsutsuki, Momo Otsutsuki, and literally anyone that's been in the series so far. However, it had a time limit, but we're going to be exploring the fact of what if Naruto had infinite baryon mode and unlocked it earlier. So let's get started. Naruto was mad. Kakashi had just denied him training. In Kakashi's word, Naruto was a weak and disgrace to the team. He had bad chakra control, he had no techniques, no jutsus, and stood no chance against Neji. Kakashi said it would be a waste of his time to train Naruto when he could train Obito Uchiha's legacy. Naruto ran outside but bumped into Sakura and Ino. "Girl, you dirty baka, how dare you touch me, only Sasuke-kun could touch me," Sakura yelled as she made a fist. "How dare you baka, how dare you touch me, the beautiful Ino," yelled Ino as Sakura punched Naruto in the ribs, making him scream out in pain as Ino kicked him in the face, making a broken teeth sound, as then they grabbed him by the neck as Ino grabbed the kunai and stabbed him, as then Sakura grabbed her kunai and stabbed his eye. Suddenly Naruto got mad as his eyes turned red. His eyes started to heal as chakra seeped out of him, red chakra, and stopped Sakura's kick from hitting him. "Let go, you baka!" Sakura yelled as Naruto tightened his grip with a bloodthirsty look on his face as the grip started to draw blood from Sakura's leg. "Ow, let go!" Sakura struggled, trying to pull out, snapping Ino out of her fear. "You baka, you're gonna break a leg! Let go of it now!" Ino yelled as she tried to pull him off. Red chakra surrounded Naruto as he rose up. "I've had enough of you, you pinkhead banshee. You shall never hurt my host again," Naruto said in a demonic voice, scaring both Sakura and Ino. Naruto then grabbed Ino by her neck when she tried to run away as he started to choke her. "Help! Help!" gasped out Ino as Naruto laughed. "See, this is what it means to be weak, helpless, you dirty little whores, you dirty little Uchiha cocksucking fan bitches. Never ever even look at me again, you dirty crusty bitches," Naruto yelled as Naruto then crushed Sakura's leg and threw Ino onto the ground as he formed some fox-like claws out of the red chakra and started to scratch their faces. "You both wanted to hurt me? Let's see how you feel when you return the favor. Let's see if your precious Sasuke-kun saves you now," Naruto says as he punched Ino in the face. Then he grabbed Sakura, slamming her against it as he punched Sakura's teeth out as he started stomping on them. "Help!" Ino yelled. "Stop it, Naruto, it hurts, please," Sakura yelled. Naruto then proceeded to add more and more power to his punches, but what they didn't know that this wasn't Naruto, this was Kurama taking control of his body, as then Kurama took Naruto to the forest of death. Meanwhile, with Kurama and Naruto. "So, my host has come to visit me. What could you possibly want from little old me?" Kurama said. "You're the kyuubi," Naruto said with fear. "Yes, I am. But tell me, Naruto, do you hate me for all that's happened in your life?" Kurama asked. "You know, if you asked me yesterday, I would have probably said yes. However, now I'm thinking, if the villagers hate me for protecting them, then the humans must have made some fake rumors and made me try to hate you as well," Naruto says as Kurama smirked. "So you don't, Naruto. I can tell that you're genuine. Let me tell you the truth. You see, the first time I attacked this so-called village is because of Madara Uchiha using his Sharingan to force me to. It was a genjutsu. I just wanted to live in peace with my siblings. But then that first Hokage created the concept of Jinchurikis, gave my brothers and sisters away as peace offerings, creating Jinchurikis. Obviously he failed in peace because the last 3 shinobi wars are just an example of that. I was sealed into Mito Uzumaki until she died. After that, I was sealed into your mother, Kushina Uzumaki," Kurama said as Naruto got shocked. "My mother? You know her?" Naruto asked as Kurama nodded. "Then a rogue Uchiha, someone on your father's Genin team called Obito Uchiha, the person who Kakashi wants to honor by training Sasuke Uchiha, attacked the village on the day of your birth. He released me and used The same genjutsu Madara used to make me kill your parents, attack the village. Your father was the fourth Hokage who sealed me into you, and your mother was Kushina Uzumaki, Kurama said. Naruto got mad. It's all the Uchiha's fault. His life was ruined because of those dirty red-eyed freaks. He was happy that Itachi did Itachi style Uchiha massacre jutsu on them and murdered that dirty clan. But there was still a few of them remaining, and Naruto would make sure that that dirty clan paid its price for living, for hurting him, for destroying his life. He would succeed when Lord Second and Itachi Uchiha failed. He would kill Sasuke Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, and Obito Uchiha, and any other Sharingan user, which included Kakashi, Hatake, and also Danzo Shimada, because Naruto, when he was small, saw Danzo Shimada going into the Uchiha compound and stealing the Sharingan eyes, and that was a promise. Kurama smirked. The boy was learning the truth of the Uchihas. Soon he'll be ready to destroy them for him. You see it, don't you, brat? Just like me, the Uchihas have been a constant nuisance in our lives and have caused us pain in our lives. First, the Uchihas themselves using me, which means that you had to suffer, and me being controlled, which meant that you had to be sacrificed. Then the fangirls always beating you and praising the Uchiha. Finally, that sensei chooses the Uchiha over you, even though your father trained him and he promised to be your god brother. He also has the evil clan's eyes. He mocks you, Kurama says. Naruto was seething with rage as Kurama could feel it. This boy would be a perfect legacy for him. He would get revenge on Minato Namikaze for stealing away by making his son his legacy, his destroyer. Yes, they've ruined my life. I'll destroy all those Uchihas. I'll destroy anybody that ever hurts me ever again, Naruto said with rage as his eyes turned red. Tell me, Naruto, do you want power to take revenge on Kakashi, Sakura, that bitch Ino, and everybody in this village that made you suffer? But most importantly, that Uchiha brat, Kurama asked. Naruto thought about all of his pain and suffering because of the Uchihas, because of the village, because of Ino, Sakura, Kakashi. Naruto's face of anger turned into a demonic smirk. Yes, I do, Kyuubi. What is your name? Naruto asked. If you survive this technique, then I will tell you my name. You must prove it yourself. This technique, a grown man wouldn't even be able to use it indefinitely, but being a grown boy, you might be able to adapt to it. This technique is called the baryon mode. I will save you the boring details since you won't understand it, but it will unlock your power beyond anything that even my father, the Sage of Six Paths, could unlock. All the powers of this world that is ever known will pale in comparison. Even the Shinigami would look like a little twig compared to the power you have, Kurama said. Do it, Naruto says. Red light started to engulf Naruto as 9 tails formed on his back. His face had a fox-like look on it, as some sort of fox air formed off from his skin. The planet shakes, the clouds are all blown away. Chakras felt from miles away from Naruto. The waters near started to form whirlpools and started to go out of control. Earth starts to shake as earthquakes happen. When the red light died down, it revealed Naruto in his baryon mode. Naruto felt incredible, so powerful, unmatched by any other. So Kurama, this is baryon mode, this power, it feels like the power I rightfully deserved. This strength, with it, nobody will ever be able to touch me ever again. Nobody will ever be able to hurt me ever again. Naruto said, yes, a power like that. Originally, it would have lasted a few seconds, but I perfected it to a point where your chakra and my chakra continuously grows, so we won't die, Kurama said with a smirk, as Naruto smirked as well. With this, Neji, Sakura, Ino, Hinata, the village, and the Uchiha, they will all pay for what they've done to us, Kurama, Naruto says as Kurama laughed. I like you, kid. Who knows, if you complete your mission, I might tell you another secret. But as promised, my name is Kurama, Kurama says. Wait, is it more power? Naruto asked as Kurama laughed. That will be telling you, Naruto. Now then, now that you have power, it's time for you to train. Let me teach you the Kitsune style dojutsu, taijutsu. Naruto, Kurama says. Okay, Naruto says, accepting Kurama's teachings. Naruto then trained for the next month, away from the Leaf Village. Naruto stood on that. Now we see Naruto standing on the highest point of the Leaf Village. Hatred and rage burnt through him when he saw the stupid village. He looked at the people, these monsters, ironic ain't it? They blamed and abused him for being a monster and destroying them, but they were the true monsters. They bullied him for an attack that Kurama didn't do. It was an Uchiha. And now speaking of the Uchihas, Naruto had undying hate for Sasuke and the Uchiha clan in general. They were the ones who ruined his life, with Madara using Kurama to make the concepts of Jinchurikis, and then Obito who ruined his life by killing his family and making his mother and father force him to become a Jinchuriki. No, this Uchiha won't ever be forgiven. They will die. They shall pay for their crimes with their blood. Anyone that dares to stop him, be it Sakura, Kakashi, or even Hiruzen, will be destroyed, because he was going to kill all of the Uchihas, and that was a promise. We now see Hiruzen standing in the stands with the Kazekage Jiraiya and his guards. He had been informed that 2 contestants are missing, Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. He was worried Naruto had defected after what Kakashi did, but Saiden stood up. He couldn't do anything about it. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests of the Leaf Village, welcome and thanks for gathering here for the Chunin exams selection examination. We are now going to begin the match of the final round between the 8 candidates present who had advanced in the preliminaries. Please sit back and enjoy, Hiruzen says, as everyone started to cheer for Sasuke to fight for him to become a Chunin. The proctor then walked up as Hiruzen left to go back to his stand and sit down. Right, the first match is Neji Hyuga vs Naruto Uzumaki, the demon of the Leaf Village. The rest of you, please go to the waiting rooms at the balcony. The proctor says, "Beat the Uzumaki bastard. Kill the demon. Go, Hyuga prodigy. I can't wait till they kill that demon. Come on, Neji. You could do it," was what the villagers were yelling as Neji smiled. That kid has gone far, but I guess it's it for him now. Naruto Uzumaki, if you don't come here within the next 5 seconds, you'll be disqualified, the proctor says. That idiot probably ran away like the loser he is, said Neji. Coward, yelled the civilian council member who had paid Neji to kill Naruto. This was Kizashi Hirano, father of Sakura Hirano. Since Naruto Uzumaki is not here, the winner is... The proctor was then cut off as a boom was heard, followed by a red light. A red pillar of chakra crashed into the stadium, making dust go everywhere. When the smoke cleared, everybody had a look of fear in his eyes. Demon! The Nine Tails is free! Lord Third, we must kill the demon! The villagers yelled as they saw Naruto, but with 9 tails behind his back. Naruto is the kyuubi? I knew it! We must kill the demon! My mother was right, Sakura yelled. The dead last can't be the kyuubi. It can't even survive a genjutsu, Kiba yelled. The third Hokage was terrified. The chakra revealed to be Naruto, but with 9 chakra tails from his back. He had a fox ear-shaped horn on his made out of his skin. What have you done, dead last? Yelled the fearful Neji. Is that fair? I sense the so-called Hyuga prodigy fearing the dead last, who says he has fate on his side. Well, let me tell you, I made a deal with the Nine Tails, and now I'm much stronger than you, Sasuke, Kakashi, Hiruzen, Madara, and Hashirama. None of you could ever beat me now, Naruto says. The demon is using the Nine Tails strength. Kill it, yelled the council member as the other villagers agreed and started to throw rocks. Naruto appeared within seconds, slashing and stabbing the villagers to death who threw rocks at him. As blood was seen throughout the stands, people looked out in fear. As then Naruto teleported in front of the instigator, the councilman Hirano, and then appears back in the stage with the councilman Hirano in his hands, the same councilman who had paid to kill Naruto. Let this be an example to all of you leaf trash, anyone who dares to mess with me. I'm not the same Naruto. I won't take your shit anymore. If you do try to mess with me, I'll kill you, Naruto says as he crushes the man's neck, killing him. Dad, you killed my dad, Naruto Baka, you demon. That's my parents. My parents were right about you, Sakura yelled. He killed Councilman Kizashi Hirano. That's treason. We could execute him, right? The villagers asked. Lord Hokage, he's right. We must kill the Nine Tails, yelled the villager with fear. Enough, Naruto. You won't kill anybody else. I'm pumped to start the fight now, Hiruzen said, trying to do damage control. He'll speak to Naruto about this later. How dare Naruto use the Nine Tails power to kill the perfect civilians of this village, the good people of Konohagakure. Naruto smiled at the old man, who thought that he was ruled by him. He was delusional. Naruto would be the one that rules him. Naruto would kill everybody he loves if he doesn't accept his place. The proctor looked fearful as he went near the stage and explained the rules. Start, the proctor yelled as he quickly dashed out of the stage. Neji dashed at Naruto, who stood there. I don't believe a genjutsu, demon. 64 trigon palms, Neji yelled, landing them at Naruto. After that, Neji stared in shock as Naruto wasn't even phased. His chakra never got cut out. How did you survive it? You're just the weakling who's using the Nine-Tails power, yelled Neji. Naruto laughed. Within seconds, he was in front of Neji with just pure speed alone. Naruto punched him lightly, more like tapped him, sending Neji flying out as all of his ribs were shattered, all of his bones were shattered. His skin was ripped apart, reducing Neji's lifespan and injuring him heavily. Is this all the great Hyuga prodigy has? Naruto mocked, making Neji get mad. How dare you? I might not be able to attack you, but you won't be able to penetrate my perfect defense. Wait, why can't I get up? Yelled Neji as Naruto laughed. Ha 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 ha, you are so weak. Let's see how you can handle this. Bijudama, Naruto yelled, as a tail beast bomb was formed and went sent flying towards Neji, blowing him up, killing him, as it also took out half of the Hyuga compound with it. As Naruto aimed it at the Hyuga compound, he killed the Hyuga prodigy. It's like he killed my father. We need to kill him, yelled Sakura. He killed the Hyuga prodigy. Kill him. He killed my husband as well, Sakura's mother said, mad at having her husband murdered by the so-called demon. He killed the Hyuga prodigy. We need to execute the demon, yelled the civilians as the rest began to chant, execute the demon. Shut the hell up, Porano, or I will kill you, Naruto yelled with anger and killing intent, leaking in his voice, making the village quiet down. That's enough, Naruto. You have said enough. I don't know what has gotten into you, making a deal with the kyuubi and being aggressive to the village, but as your Hokage, I demand you to stop working with the kyuubi now, Hiruzen demanded. You tell him, Lord Hokage, then we'll beat him up, yelled the citizen. Konoha Village Act 25 by Hashirama Senju. Neither the Hokage nor the village council may do anything to sabotage the shinobi. If that is the case, you are sabotaging me by not allowing me to work with my partner, and I will resign, Naruto says, with more ki, making Hiruzen fall back and land on his head. Fine, we'll have to talk about this later. Now go back to the stands, getting Naruto, Hiruzen yelled as Naruto flew to the stands. Naruto Baka, you killed my dad, yelled Sakura, rushing at him with rage and punched Naruto, to which Naruto dodged and responded with his own fist, sending her flying out of her seat and crashing into the wall. He weakened his punch since it wouldn't be fun killing the whole now. He wanted to torture her, rip her apart, make her regret it, as he would let Kurama have his way with her. But Kurama would probably reject. He'll probably have to pay some shinobis to have fun with her, destroy her mentally before killing her. Never ever touch me again, you dirty banshee, Naruto yelled. Sakura's ribs were broken. She was terrified at the strength behind Naruto's punch. How did a dead last have this much power? If he aimed at her head, she would have been dead. She struggled to get back up. You hear me? You hit me again, Sakura said in a fearful tone as Naruto smiled at her. Yes, I did. You should have learned your place, because I did last month, but now looks like any time that you even think about touching me, I could beat you into submission until you learn your dirty place, you dirty slut, Naruto said. You demon, what are you doing to Sakura? I can't believe that I dated you, Hinata yelled as she dashed at him, wanting to get revenge for Neji. 64 palms, she yelled, only for Naruto to hit her away with her tail before she can even connect. Weak, pathetic, disgraceful. Did you really think that you could be Mrs. Uzumaki? That's right, I knew everything. I knew about your crush, but who would want an ugly, weak freak like you? Your parents don't even like you, Naruto says, making Hinata's eyes widen. Yeah, well at least I'm not a Nine-Tails monster, yelled Hinata. Kurama's not a bad guy, so I don't mind being compared to him, Naruto says. You shameless demon, Hinata yells. Will Naruto, Uzumaki and Gaara please come down to the stage, the proctor says. So the rest of the weaklings are finished fighting. Let's see how you do against me, One-Tail Shugaku. Cause I'm not going to hold back, Naruto says to himself as he walked down. Hinata heard this as she was scared. I need to go tell Dad that the One-Tails is also here. Could the demons be plotting against us? Hinata thought as she rushed towards her dad. Naruto arrived to the stage as he and Gaara were facing off against each other. Two leaf swirls were seen as Sasuke and Kakashi was now appeared. The Uchiha prodigy is here. He will kill the demon. Yes, the Uchiha has arrived, yelled the villagers. Sasuke-gun, yelled Ino and Sakura. Naruto, what are you doing here? Kakashi asked. Your student's late, Kakashi, so beat it. He's been disqualified, Naruto says, as Kakashi looked at the proctor unbelievably and looked at Naruto with a disappointed look. Is this true, Naruto, or are you lying? Just so that you could look better than Sasuke? Kakashi asked, as the proctor walked in between them. I'm sorry, Kakashi, but it's true. The Kages tried to ask the lords for more time, but they said in an order that to make sure that shinobis aren't useless like you, since you are a shinobi that always comes late to the mission, they will not allow any other people to act like you. Shinobis who are considered late would no longer be able to graduate. They gave Sasuke a chance to fight without promotion, but he even failed that by not coming in before the rescheduled match was meant to start, the proctor says. Naruto smiled as he remembered threatening the nation lords in their booth, and like little bugs, they submitted to his will. He loved having the power of the kyuubi, having the power of his baryon mode. Nobody could ever challenge him now. After all, he had enough of the special treatment towards the bloodline of the person that killed his family was getting. Dope, you'll give me an Uchiha elite your spot, Sasuke yelled. Naruto looked at him with mad as he started to laugh insanely. Oh, really? You think I would give you, a jutsu thief and a dirty Uchiha, my spot? Never. Uchihas aren't special, because if they were, they're all dead. So that just proves how dead your clan is, since only one man could kill it, while my clan was killed by 4 great nations. So, Sasuke, your pathetic clan ain't even anywhere near as my clan, the Uzumaki clan, Naruto said with rage, making Sasuke get mad. How dare you disrespect the demon, Sasuke-sama, yelled a civilian, which got the other civilians mad. Don't ever disrespect Sasuke, the Uchihas are the best, the Uzumakis are trash. We will destroy you, Uzumakis. Oh wait, that already happened. At least the Uchihas were able to live to see the 3rd Great Ninja War, was what the civilians were yelling. You demon, how dare you say that about my family, Sasuke yelled in rage as he rushed towards Naruto with his chidori in his hand. Do it, Sasuke. Tame the kyuubi as your personal pet, just like Madara-sama did, yelled the civilian. Yes, kill him. No, tame him. Make him our slave. Avenge the 4th, yelled the civilians. But before Sasuke could even come near Naruto slapped his chidori hand into his face, making it self-destruct, burning off his nose and all of his face apart from his eye. Naruto rushed at Sasuke and began to beat him in the ground as he punched his face. Stop! As then he kicked him in the balls. Stop it, demon! I'm Uchiha, I need those! Please, I'm begging you, I need to restore my clan! As Naruto grabbed the Uchiha's leg and snapped it off, as then he stomped on his balls, crushing it. Help me! Sasuke yelled as Kakashi appeared. With his Mangaku activated, he used Kamui to transport Sasuke and himself away. You took my prey away, Naruto yelled as he rushed towards the stands with rage. But before he could even get near him, the proctor teleported in front of him. Naruto Uzumaki, if you leave now, Gaara of the stand wins. Naruto looked at him with rage as he calmed himself down, as Kurama wanted to prove that the 9-tails was better than the 1-tails. Fine, Naruto said as Naruto walked up to the stage. The match between Gaara of the Sand and Naruto Uzumaki will now start, the proctor yelled. Gaara launched his sand at Naruto to crush him, but Naruto just blitzed through the sands, grabbed Gaara by the throat, scaring Gaara. Mother's scared of you, he whispered lightly. Naruto then punched Gaara in the guts, a single punch breaking the sand and shattering a bit of his ribs. Naruto held back in that punch because he still needed Gaara for his plan. Mother's afraid of you, Gaara yelled, backing up in fear. As Naruto walked up to him, sensing his emotion of quitting, Naruto quickly covered his mouth. Continue with your plans, that of evasion. This is an order of the highest Jinchuriki of the 9-tails, or else I'll kill you here, Naruto said as Gaara nodded rapidly, hearing his mother say quickly to continue his plan. fake sleep technique, Gaara says as he fell asleep and Shukaku was released. The villagers start to panic. It's a demon. The One Tails is here. We need to get away. The demon will destroy us. Yo, the villagers, as Naruto smiled at their panic and fear. Sasuke looked in fear at the demon. This was who he was going to fight. Shukaku looks around as he saw Naruto with 9 tails. He sensed the chakra and started to feel fear. Naruto's chakra was higher than Kurama's. He was sensing Bidyu chakra clashing with human's chakra. It was a form that Kurama was proud of inventing. This is a whole new source of power that was way beyond chakra. How are you so powerful? Shukaku asked with fear. Well, so you are his brother. Nice to meet you, Shukaku, Naruto says with a smile. This is the perfect distraction I need, Naruto thought. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.